Hello friends, welcome back to Triple R Traders. Actually, we have discussed something about the demand and supply zone, and this is a continuation part. So let us say it is part 2. And please do not trade based on demand and supply zones alone, because we need some candlestick confirmations like spinning top pattern, dark cloud pattern, and overlapping candle pattern, or inside candle pattern. Like that, we need some candlestick patterns uh, to take the trade at demand or supply zone, right? And coming to the once if you identify a demand or supply zone, please you remember this point carefully. Once if you identify a demand zone and supply zone, let us say this is a demand zone, this is a demand zone. Immediately if price comes to the demand zone, do not take a trade immediately. If the price come to the demand zone, no need to, don't take the trade, because see this is a price moving towards the demand zone. You don't worry about how to identify the demand zone. Practically we can see on chart just little later down the row. Once if market reach the demand zone, I think in books you might read these things. If market reach the demand zone, immediately we can expect a big fall. No, not like that, because sometimes market may break the demand zone. Simple logic. Let me take the demand zone. Generally, if this is the demand zone, generally market will touch the demand zone with some candlestick pattern. Remember, this is some pattern. This is some candlestick pattern. With that confirmation, we can expect the fall, and definitely the market will come back like this. But if candle give the signal like that, we can trust it. We can take a trade here, and risk reward ratio is very important. As you know, we'll discuss about the target and stop losses here. But remember, whenever the market or price touch the demand zone, don't take the trade blindly by expecting the market will come down. If the demand zone is broken by a big green candle like this, a big green candle like this, see, let me take a green candle. If market see, once if market reach the demand zone, and if it break the demand zone with a bullish green candle, bullish candle, obviously green candle, but it should be a bullish candle. It should not be like a dozy, and it should not be like a candle with huge wick on the top. We cannot consider them as a momentum candle. It should be a bullish candle, nothing but a momentum candle. Then definitely market will go upside. Immediately you can think, okay sir, if market break the demand zone with bullish candle, can I go for long? No, we cannot say like that. We cannot say like that. Based on the candlestick confirmation here, actually we will have the confirmation candles. I think already told you, spinning top candle, dark cloud pattern, inside candle pattern, or overlapping candle pattern, like that, with different patterns. If market give the signal, then we can go for short. We can go for short. Instead of that, if demand zone is broken, if the demand zone is broken, we cannot go for short, and even we cannot go for long also. Even we cannot go for long also, because actually we need some patterns here. We need some pattern here to decide whether the market going upside or downside. We need some pattern here. We are not discussing those patterns today. We are just discussing about demand and supply zone. Assume we could identify demand and supply zone with some patterns of candlestick. We can identify whether the market will come back or it may be consolidate. After breakout, it may be consolidate here, it may go upside, or it again may break the demand zone, break down the demand zone and come back. This is the next part. We are not going to discuss about these patterns. We are not going to discuss about breakout. If demand zone is broken or supply zone is broken, what will happen? We don't know that. We know only the market action between demand and supply zone. I will write simply yes and here D. Okay, right. Remember this point. Coming to the next part. Let me clear this. See. Okay, see. This is a 5 minutes time frame. You can take it as a 5 minutes. We'll go for the charts, okay? But first try to understand the concept. You can take the 5 minutes, 5 minutes or 15 minutes. Even you can take 10 minutes time frame also. And mostly these things will work for Nifty and Bank Nifty. On Nifty and Bank Nifty. Nifty and Bank Nifty. For stocks also we can use, but we need pattern confirmation also. The pattern confirmation is very much needed in case of stocks. We are talking about Nifty and Bank Nifty. Okay, right. Now see, for example, let me change the pen color 1 second. See guys, for example, 5 minutes candle. Today market is open here. Market is open here. It is trying to move down. Trying to move down. Suddenly started a bullish sign in the market and market is going. See, this is a open point. Day open has been broken. Day open has been broken and market about with the back to back of green candles. With back to back of green candles with sometimes maybe with a small retracement, a small pullback, then immediately market will participate in the rally. Like that, if market move upside continuously, but it should be greater than 1%. Continuously, if market go like this, I can say this is the demand zone. This is a demand zone, right? If continuously means once if market started at this point, it has to break the day open and it should move upside from this point, at least means it should be greater than more than 1% rally should be there in the market. Now market may suddenly stop somewhere or with small pullback, it may stop there. Sir, can I take it as a supply zone? No, we cannot take it as a supply zone. This is very, very important point. Please listen carefully. See guys, see, this is case 1. This is case 1. In this case, we have identified only what? Demand zone, only demand zone. Coming to the case 2. Coming to the case 2. Case 2, same. Market opened somewhere, started moving down, suddenly reversed and moving upside more than 1%. And from one particular point with a proper bearish candlestick pattern, if market is coming down like this, at least 50%, you can test it with Fibonacci. If you do test with Fibonacci, this is a base point, this is a peak point, and this is a 50% Fibonacci. Or otherwise, normally, at least you'll see, for example, this is X and this is Y, X plus Y by 2. Nearly 50%. Okay, not exactly 50%, maybe 48% or maybe 60%, 60% or 80% or 90% also. 90% also. But again, it should not break this point. Again, it should not break this low. Okay. Yes, this is actually what zone? Demand zone. See, generally, we know half of this information. Most of you people may know some information, but with half knowledge, if we do trade, we will lose our money. Best example, me only, exactly 3-4 years back. Once if I started learning, I used to learn only 40 to 50%, jump into the trade. After that, I realized, okay, remaining 50% is left to learn. Okay, you do not do, please, that mistakes. And in this case, we can call it as what zone? supply zone. Can I call it as supply zone? Can I call it as supply zone? No, we cannot call it as supply zone. This is a supply zone. This is a demand zone. This is not a supply zone, but this is a demand zone. Right? Next, am I erasing this? See, for example, market started going up. Suddenly market is coming back. See, this is a day open price, and if it is broken with bearish candle, in earlier case bullish candle, now bearish candle, but I'm just explaining with line, okay? And if it keep on moving like this, at least from this point it should move up to greater than 1%, then I can call it as what zone? Yes, can you guess? I can call it as supply zone. This is case 1. And market may stop here, or maybe little bit reversed, 38% or 20% or 10%, or maybe consolidate like this. No matter if it could not reach nearly 50, means around 40%, you just whatever may be the thing here, you no need to worry about it, you just leave it. But it cannot be what zone? Cannot be demand zone. It cannot be demand zone. Case earlier we have discussed case 1, case 2. Now you take it as case 3. I think you can guess case 4. Market started here going upside, supply zone, means market is moving down like this, and suddenly from one particular point with some pattern or some only one within 1 to 2 parallel candles, market is going back like this. If it reach at least nearly 50%, I can take this as what? Demand zone, correct? This is supply zone, correct? Right, like this. Then what will happen? Every time, next time, if market reaches the supply zone, probably it may fall. Next time or next day, if market reaches the demand zone, probably it may go upside. That is a probability, that's all, okay? Not sure. We cannot say 100% market will fall down once if it reach supply zone, market will go up if it reach demand zone. We cannot say like that. We cannot say like that. Remember these points, right? Right. Now we have identified the supply zone and demand zone. Just assume like that. We have identified this is a demand zone and this is a supply zone. We identified. I will tell you one point, one important point. The point is supply zone can act as resistance, but resistance cannot be a supply zone. Remember, supply zone may be act as a resistance. For example, market will move like this, huge fall, again it may touch, can bounce back. It may act as resistance zone, but resistance cannot be a supply zone. Please remember this point, okay? Similarly, demand zone can act as support, but support cannot be a, this is not support, okay? Yes means supply zone, okay? Right. Demand zone can act as support, but support cannot be a demand zone. Support cannot be a demand zone generally. So market may take the support here, means if there is a fall, it can stop here. In case of there also, based on the patterns, we can take the buy a long position, right? We can go for long position. We'll go for the charts now, right? Let me take a 5 minutes time frame. See, market started here. Actually, it is a continuation of rally. See, back to back, almost back to back candles. And here, this is the stop point. Suddenly, market started fall. Let me check the Fibonacci. Don't worry, if you don't know the Fibonacci, we can learn it later in the next video. Complete video. See, more than 50%. So more than 50% fall. So this is a supply zone and this is a demand zone. This is a demand zone. Let me change the color. 1 second. Let me change the color. Better. Generally, I use green color for demand zone. Generally, I use red color for supply zone. And similarly, I use red color for resistance and I use green color for support. Okay. See here, market tried to break this, but what I told you, the market should break the supply zone with a huge or big bullish green candle. It should be a bullish candle, but see, it failed to break the supply zone. It has tried but failed to break the supply zone. So I can expect the fall. Actually, here there are different ways. If you go for the 1 minute time frame, we can find the pattern here. We'll discuss later, but I can simply say this, with this candle it has been tried. Okay, with this candle it has been tried. So you can, if this candle low is broken with red candle, you can sell. This is one technique. Immediately with this technique, don't enter into the trade. We need some confirmations, but probably we can enter with a bearish confirmation here. So see this, yeah, one bearish candle. It should be a bearish candle. See the price action. As there are huge number of buyers here, they try to break the supply zone. They failed, and here it is continuous fighting between buyers and sellers, but the sellers has to dominate the buyers. See this, this is a buying point. It might be their stop loss somewhere below this candle. See this huge red candle shows the interest of sellers. Their failure of breakout shows the interest of also shows the interest of sellers, because buyers are not interested much here, so that I can sell here. But you remember this point. What should be the target? Actually, we can take 1:2 better. The risk reward ratio is very much needed here. You remember that point. The risk reward ratio is very much needed. See, if I sell at this point, this is the first stop loss, 80 to 90 points. It can be a stop loss, because after completion of after this much of bearish momentum, again if market could able to reversal, means definitely it will break this barrier also, means supply zone, definitely. So I can take this 90 to 100 points. 100 points is a stop loss. 100 points is a stop loss. So what should be the target? 200. But remember, actually, I forgot to tell you the point. See, the risk reward ratio is very important, as you know. See, always you must follow 1:2 risk reward ratio. Must follow 1:2 risk reward ratio. Okay. For example, if your risk is 100 points, not 110 points, just assume like this, 110 points, then what should be the reward? Reward should be 220 points. Okay, so your target should be 220 points. But remember, always 1:2. This is very important, please. You should better to write. Okay, always follow 1:2 risk reward ratio. But if your risk reward ratio RRR, if your risk reward ratio is 1:2, that means you have fixed the target. If the target is less than 100 points, your target may be 90 points, 95, 80, 60, like that. Here you should take one assumption. You should take some precautions. Remember the point. What is that? If your target is less than 100, exit. Better to exit 5 points before or earlier than the target. If your target is 100 points, try to exit at 95th point. With experience, you can understand it. Or if you do back test, definitely you will be shocked. Within 1 to 2 points, your target will miss and trade will becomes loss. Okay, right? So remember, Sir, if target is greater than 100, remember, if target is greater than 100 points, then exit. Before 10 points to the target. For example, if our target is 150, exit at, if a target is equals to around 150, exit at 140 only. 140, safe. If target is 90, exit at 85. If target is 80 points, exit at, better to exit at 75 points. 75 points. I'm talking about maybe buying or selling. I'm talking in terms of number of points. Okay, very important point. You remember this, right? Let me erase this. Okay, right. See, this is 100. So we should exit it around 100 points, 99 points. So we can exit it 90 or 85 points. 85 points is my target. Yeah, I got my target. But sir, actually it's a huge fall, sir. Yeah, yes, obviously it might be huge fall because it is a, you see, it is a big or very strong, very strong resistance. Very strong resistance is nothing but supply zone. We have identified the supply zone. If market move upside and if it take the U-turn, we cannot take it as a supply zone. By using some mechanism, we have identified the supply zone, right? So definitely we can expect the fall, but not every time. Most of the times we can expect the fall. But after, once if you are profitable or you are in profit, better you exit. You don't worry. You don't try to eat each and every point, every candle in the pattern, okay, or in the market. You try to get your sufficient points or your target. Once if you get the target, just move away from the market. Or otherwise, you can go like a trailing stop loss. You can go like a trailing stop loss. Once if you reach this point, see, we can take the trailing stop loss. Just 2 candles, go 2 candles back. You are here, first, second. High of this candle should be the stop loss. So you are here now. High of this candle is stop loss. You are here now. For example, you are here, 1, 2, high of this. So no stop loss has been hit. So see, for example, you are here, 1, 2, here stop loss. You can take total almost nowhere the stop loss hit. You can reach up to this point. How many points? I don't know. Let me verify. This is the entry point. This is the entry point, around 430 points, right? But like that. So see, immediately don't take the previous candle highest stop loss. In 5 minutes candle trading, best trailing stop loss is current. This is the current or selected candle. Okay, you go at least 2 candle or 2 to 3 candles. But sometimes you should use common sense here. This is a selected candle. For example, how can I take this as a stop loss? You go, for example, this is the selected candle. You go like this, high. It should be little bit higher, or it should be there in the safe side. 2 candles generally. In regular practice, you people will come to the reality. You don't worry, but you don't try to learn everything as a pinpoint. Okay, right? And let me go for some other example. See, of course, market again, the rally has been stopped immediately at this point. Why? Have you remember? This is what? Wait. Yeah, this is a supply zone. We have selected it as a demand zone. Na? That is the reason. See, from the demand zone, market has been stopped the rally, right? So like that, we can understand the supply and demand zones. So suddenly, if market stopped somewhere, it cannot be neither be supply zone or demand zone. Market is moving upside, suddenly stopped. It cannot be a supply zone. From there, it should move back again, at least around 50% or 50% of the Fibonacci, right? So, or in this move, it should be around 50%. You remember this point, very important, right? Let me go for some more examples. See this, not only successful patterns, you also should know failure patterns. Okay, this is the best example. Market started moving upside, suddenly it has been dropped like this. No, it is actually successful pattern. Okay, let me explain it. So this is what, this is a, one second, right? Yes, let me take it as a red color. What is this? This is supply zone or demand zone? This is the supply zone. And see this, you should think, or better you type in the, see, this is the second question I'm asking you. First you type or you write your answer and then you compare play the video and compare. This is a demand zone. This is a demand zone. If you think this is a demand zone, it means you are not watching the video properly. See this line, can you see this line? This line. So this is 1 day. We are in 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes time frame. It cannot be a supply zone. Already explained. Go back to the starting point of the video. If you miss anything, even a single point, if you miss, your trade is going to be a losing trade, right? Please try to understand. It cannot be, sir. But market just come with the hues, means fall like back-to-back red candles, but it stopped abruptly. Yeah, of course. But where is the momentum? It could not move upside. Hello, it is the next second day. I'm talking about this current day. It could not move upside. It could not move upside means it cannot be. It is just, we can take it as what, like a support, but it cannot be a demand zone. Demand is different, support is different. I told you, support, market may stop there. Demand, market may stop there, or with proper pattern it may go back, right? So that is the reason. You see, of course, here also you can understand immediately. Here one bearish candle broken this support. So bearish candle broken, tested so many times, so it is a invalid support. But second time, see, but here you should not take a long position, because here first point, this is not a demand zone. How can I take a position here? But you see, first, second, third, fourth time the barrier was broken, but the day is almost completed, so there is no way to move on. Next day, this, just you think about the present day only. Overall view is depends on trend line and overall trend of the market. We'll discuss in another video. Trend is completely different. I'm talking about support, I'm sorry, demand and supply zone in the present day, that's all. So I can take this as a what? First one, red color one. You should recall the names, right? This as a supply zone and this as a demand zone. Wrong. This is under case 1. I think this is a supply zone, but this is not a demand zone. Sir, what is this? We don't know. Leave it. In this video, we are talking about supply demand. This is a supply. This is not the demand. That's all. This is not the demand. That's all. Don't worry about the remaining things. Okay, let me move towards the right side. Then what will happen? We can understand. Okay, you see what happened? This is very good example. See, have you remember this? If the supply zone is broken with huge green candle, I mean bullish green candle, you see this bullish green candle, then it will becomes invalid. But I told you one point, if a bullish green candle is broken the supply zone, immediately do not take the long position. Actually retracement entries or some candlestick patterns are required. That is not our topic today, whether it is a supply zone or demand zone. Can I take a trade or not? That is only the point here, right? And the two, see, once if the candle touch, see, actually this red candle, this candle has been touched the supply zone. Candle must touch the supply zone. That is very important point. You see, you draw the supply zone properly. See, it should touch the line. Okay. Next, here it is time 5 minutes time frame, and here even you don't know the candlestick patterns, with basic Patterns also you can understand whether it is a valid entry or invalid entry. See, this candle did not touch the line. This candle might be touch the line, but it is not a bearish. This is not a bearish. This is a bearish. This is a bearish. If this is a red candle, of course it is a doji, but body is green, right? Invalid. We'll talk about these candlesticks. You should know about each and every candle. Each and every candle, that is very important. So reading of chart is very important. Okay, this is a bearish candle, but the low of this candle is not broken. Instead of that, a bullish candle. See, this is a super momentum candle. Almost wicks are zero. Super momentum candle. So this momentum candle has been broken the supply zone. So we can understand the bullishness, bullish sign of the market. Actually, I will discuss in the, if you people are interested, I can teach this point. Actually, this is also called as inside candle. This is inside candle. See, completely green candle is inside. If this low is broken, what to do? Don't go for selling. But high is broken, we can go for buying. Generally, you might have studied inside candle, high broken, buying, low broken, selling. No, the color coding is very important. We'll discuss in the next some other videos. Okay. So like that, I already told you, every time blindly, if market reach the supply zone, don't sell. Blindly, if market touch the demand zone, blindly don't buy. You need some confirmations. That is very, very important. Okay. Actually, I want some good example. I'm waiting for. What is it? Okay, right. This is very interesting. Best example. See, can I take it? See, I already given here. Actually, see, I think this is 18th June. Today date, actually, I'm recording this video on 21st July. 21st July. See this? I will show you the date. Yeah, 21st July. Right? And but this is actually 18th July. 18th July. On 18th July, I noted this demand zone. I forgot to remove it. Okay, right. Anyways, no problem. See, this is the demand zone. Very simple. You can understand it. This is a supply zone. This is a supply zone. You can understand it. Why? Why it is supply zone? See, back-to-back red candles. Back-to-back red candles. Day open here, of course. This is a day open. And sir, but you said, see, you may get a doubt. Sir, you said if day open here, if day is open here, market should go upside and it should break this. Yeah, of course, no doubt it is correct. No doubt it is correct. But here, initially market opened with bearish sign, and here we can take another confirmation. If you want, you can write previous day low. It is a day before 5 minutes chart. Day before 5 minutes chart, its low has been broken with very bearish sign. See, very bearish compared to all this candle. This is a big, very big red candle. Broken means we can understand the interest of sellers. We can understand the interest of sellers. Okay, right. But I don't say you take a trade here. Okay. To take the trade here, we need patterns that is available in 1 minute. We'll discuss later, not now. But I can understand. This is a pattern for next day, actually. Okay. This is actually, we are preparing the chart for next day. See, fall, market fall, suddenly stopped somewhere. It just, you see, someone hold this market. It look like someone is holding the market here and pushing upside, almost more than around 90%, more than 50%. That means strong. This is what top one, very strong supply zone, and bottom one, very strong demand zone. See the next day what happens. Market open here. This is the open point. See, market open here. Tried to break the demand. Please do not enter in the first candle. Actually, here this is a point. Sorry. Yeah, I think this is a point. This is a point. Market open. See, very, very bullish, very big candle, okay, very big candle. almost crossed the line, immediately 90% people will be panic. Means what we call FOMO, fear of missing the trade. They will immediately enter because, oh my God, this much of bearish candle is going to break the demand zone, means market will fall like anything. No, immediately next candle neutralized. This is a neutralization technique actually. So almost, you see, simple logic. Body of this red is completely covered by the body of this green. So buyers activated. What is the reason? If someone observe the chart from here itself, they cannot understand. If someone identified these zones, they can understand. So with this red candle, I can enter here, no doubt. The top of the green candle high. Green candle high should break the next candle. Hello, remember, next candle should break the green candle high. Then market will go like this. So of course, you know the target. This is entry, stop loss, just low of this candle, green candle. You take only one call option here. Don't take 10 to 20 call options. Okay, only one call option, right? Otherwise, you take only one future. You can take the stop loss here. It is a very safe, but if this low is broken, definitely this will break, no doubt. So that I can take the stop loss here just below the green candle. 180. You take it as 185 now. 185. So I assume 180. Nearly 180. 180 into 2, how much? Around 360, I think 360. So 360. Target should not be 360, okay? Around 340. 350, 340 is sufficient. See, 340. Actually, target 360 because 1:2 risk reward ratio. But you can exit at 380, 340. Like that, 340, yeah, 340. Whatever market may go upside up to this point, don't worry. You got your fish. That's all. Just go away from the pond. That's all. Otherwise, some crocodiles will eat your fish along with you. Okay. Once if you get one fish, you just go out from the pond. That's all. Market may go upside or downside, no matter. We don't want to worry. Right. Like this, we can use the supply and demand zones. I can give more and more examples here, but this is enough. You practice. Better you practice, and you need some other confirmation. Immediately don't jump into the trade. Practice.